in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way, that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way, that this is a very special day.
Good morning to you. It is a finally fantastic, maybe just a little freaky Friday. That means my partner this morning, my co-host, is Holly Thompson. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning on this Friday the 13th.
13th. I know. Everybody's like, Friday the 13th. But you know what? It's also 24 hours away till Valentine's Day.
Woo-hoo!
Yay!
Yay.
That's exciting.
Until WSLM's birthday.
Born on Valentine's Day back in 1953.
So exciting.
Yeah, so we're very excited about that. And that's a good segue. But before we do, let's thank our sponsors, Holly.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, McAllister Lane Consulting, Springer and Springer Insurance, Schneck Hospital, and Temple & Temple. Thanks to our great sponsors.
Yay, thank you to our great sponsors. And we are segueing right in because this is exciting because WSLM turns 73 tomorrow.
Woo!
Back in Valentine's Day, my dad started the station in 1953 on Valentine's Day and has been celebrating ever since. And so we were trying to figure out what do you do for a 73rd birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we decided that let's give back to the community. So we're teaming up with the city of Salem. And we knew at Christmas time, Meadowview and Salem Crossing, you guys were rock stars with doing a big food drive.
Yes.
And had really a successful food
Yes.
drive. And, it became competitive between the two buildings.
Yes.
Which, anytime you put a little competition there.
A healthy competition.
Yes, very healthy.
Yep.
And then also, of course, then we had the sheriff, Brent Miller, did the Cram the Cruiser, which was wonderful. And so we kind of piggybacked off that, kind of borrowed that thought and thought, well, let's cram the van.
Yeah.
So we're going to be putting all kinds of good food, we hope, in the van. We'll be at Walmart from 9 to noon tomorrow morning. We welcome everybody to come over, and we're going to have a fun time.
That sounds awesome.
And what a great way to show love by feeding and food.
Absolutely.
You know, they always, what is that saying? Well, of course, they used to always say a way to a man's heart or is through his stomach. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hey, it works.
I still believe that's probably true.
You know, I do love, as a female, well, of course, I love a man in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I love that so much. It's not, I'm usually the cook. Okay, that's okay. And that's okay. I'm not complaining. I do love to cook. But I love a man in the kitchen, and they can do it. They're really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes they're fearless. They're like, they're bold.
Mm-hmm.
They'll try things that maybe we're a little hesitant.
Right.
And it works.
It does.
You know, I think even if it's a bologna sandwich, if someone else makes it.
I think the things off the grill
are
probably the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love the grill.
Well, and then right now I'm like, with Valentine's Day, like Italian food. Mm-hmm. Mama Roses, okay?
It's Friday. It's Friday.
I know, they got
Mama
that
Rose's buffet.
Yes. But if you want to go rogue and go into and get that spaghetti and those big meatballs, oh, don't even.
Yum, yum, yum.
Remember on Lady and the Tramp, remember whenever they're eating the
Yeah.
spaghetti? Yeah, reenact that, yeah. Or get lasagna, all right?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
there's so many
lasagna is
great.
good too.
Yeah. But I'm with you, from the pizza bar, they have the pizza, they have the soups, which I would love the soups too, and the salad bar.
Oh, the salad bar. Yeah.
So good.
And their desserts.
Don't even.
Yeah.
That chocolate one they have that.
Is it like a chocolate eclair?
Claire,
type
yes,
something or
exactly.
another? It's so good.
It's so funny. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We know that.
We know.
Yeah, and that's a win when you look over there and there it is. It's like, whoa, it's going to be a good day.
I like waiting to see what pizzas are going to be up on the bar.
I do too. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah.
And you can request certain ones too.
Yes, you can. Yeah, if you have a certain kind that you really like. Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
They'll make it for you.
Absolutely, and with a smile too, which is so good. So that's that'll be going on today. But also then on Valentine's Day, so we're going to be out there with the Cram the Van from 9 to noon this coming Saturday, and then we're going to actually not me, but outside of the walls is having a big love dinner, and outside of the walls they do great things, Holly, for our community. They do a lot of I don't want to tag them and put them in a box because they do so many great things. I've seen them helping out families all the time, but they also do like help out with the wheelchair ramps. They're really good about that. They are all volunteers, and they'll always take volunteers. Anybody that's got a special talent, they always find some place for you. And that'll be a special love dinner at 5 p.m. It's free. It'll be lasagna. They'll have a silent auction and dessert auction. And they're only trying to get a head count, though. So if you can reserve at 812-967-9255, and that is the Outside of the Walls Ministry Love Dinner.
That'd be amazing.
It is. It really is. And on Valentine's Day, how apropos, right?
Oh, yes.
And I think that's cool as a couple to go, or to bring your family, and then you can find out more about it. And should they need somebody to do something, you might have that special talent. And anyway, I think it's pretty awesome. So
that is awesome.
This is exciting for sure. So a lot going on here, and then of course we also have we've got basketball action tonight. And then we have the Lady Musketeers will be playing tomorrow. They're going to be going to regional, which is huge for them. And Borden will be heading that way too, Holly. And I know.
Yay, Borden!
I knew that was near and dear to your heart there. That was a really close game last weekend. And
I could hear Mama yelling from heaven.
There you go. I love that. Aww. Yep. With her and her red
wearing
boots.
her red sequins boots.
I was going to say, those red boots would be clicking, wouldn't
That's right. They would be.
I love that so much. Exactly. So we'll be carrying those games, and then Sunday we'll have the Daytona 500. Wow.
Already,
and
wow.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy.
Yeah. And I believe Dave Moody is going to call in. We'll see if he gets a chance. He is like the big wig at the Daytona, so we'll see. And Holly, you and I can shamelessly ask, if he needs us to come and help. You know what I mean? We can work on our tan, right?
Yes.
Yes. We have our toothbrush ready to go. We are.
We'll do it. What do you
we
need
will
us
go.
To do?
What do you need us to do? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. You need waters taken to the drivers? We can do it.
Done.
Yeah.
Consider it done.
Yeah. I don't really want to do too much because I'm too nervous to think that me around a car.
Well, and I wouldn't want to slow their times down.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I was late.
No. Yeah, I know. Or, because they have that peel and stick, on their
on their windshield.
Yeah, I could see me not being able to get it started.
Right? I know. That would make me way too nervous.
That would be like, and then they'd be, we need him back on the track. We need him back on the track. And I'm like, well, I'm getting it. It's that corner. I can't get that corner started.
That'd be very stressful.
Oh, you know it. And you know that.
Yeah.
I mean, those corners, trying to get those started. Well, just like whenever you peel and stick something,
I wouldn't want to be the tire guys either.
Oh, I wouldn't touch a tire.
No.
You wouldn't want me touching a tire.
No.
The only thing I would do is go over there and bless it.
You're like, yep, it's a tire.
That's right. I'd pat it. Or you go. You go on your way.
That's right.
But no, you wouldn't want me to. I wouldn't touch a tire. No. I would hand the driver, some water. Yeah. I think with a driver though, you have to be so careful because like you're so, you know, you have to be so thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would think I would be.
Yeah.
But then, you know, if you drink all that water.
Mhm. And you can't stop.
Oh no.
You can't stop.
No, the show must go on.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I know some of them wear diapers, you know, and
Makes sense.
yeah, it does. Yeah, and I'm not, you know, saying that.
Mm-mm.
No, I've never been a driver
No.
like that.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, I don't think it would be comfortable though. I think I would.
You know.
Whatever. We'll
It's
do
what-
whatever it takes to get the
That's
win.
right.
And who cares at the end when you got that trophy and all of that?
Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, I know. And you're not gonna discomfort out the air,
Nobody's gonna care.
Yeah. out the window. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's going to be taking place. So we'll be talking about that. A little bit of history of Wslm. You know, born on Valentine's Day back in 1953. It was actually supposed to be started in 52 at Christmas time. My dad had equipment that got stolen, and so the start date was not when it was supposed to be originally, but it worked out well. It's cool how life has a,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's really cool. So, you know, first, you know, I'm sure, you know, I wasn't alive, but I'm sure he was devastated. But then it's cool how, like, almost like if you want a negative, it became a real big positive, because then it started on February, you know, and then it was picked up by nationally, but called the Sweetheart Station of the Nation, because it started on Valentine's Day, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, then my dad had a big logo of in the national report. It said, you know, the equipment most preferred by thieves. You know, so and later they did find it, but it was we'd already onward ho with new equipment. So started back in Valentine's Day. I wasn't here, but the stories that I've heard was the lawn was filled, and you go back, you know, Valentine's Day can be cold sometimes,
Yes.
you know, and we're still into February, and this area is still cold, but it's still, the whole lawn was filled with people and you know, stopping in and rejoicing, and then it's so cool to hear all of the people and the families that have been on the airways here.
Yeah.
You know, like they had a program here. They've came in for coffee club, or, you know, certain holidays or whatever, and it's cool to hear the different stories.
Oh yeah.
And also, you know, to be a part. And my aunt used to tell me that when my dad came back from the Marines, he said he was going to start a radio station, and he said everybody was like, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that."
Prove them wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So anyway, the bones, the intentions that this was to be part of the community and be a asset or a tool for the community to use. And that's exactly what we have tried to do for 73 years.
Yeah.
Onward ho we go.
That's right. That's right. I'm just glad there's the TV right now.
Yeah, right now.
The TV makes me nervous. Radio makes me nervous enough, but the TV makes me more nervous.
Oh, it's all good.
Because when I first started coming here, like 14 years ago, or whatever, we had the TV going. I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world?
Yeah, right.
That makes me nervous.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But this is a great radio station, great for the community. Does a lot of great things.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that, and that is true. Yeah, definitely. So, all right, we're going to try to call him maybe and see if we can get him on the phone. Okay, I'm getting the message that I think call him.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Hi, this is Becky White with Wslm, and hopefully I've got the right phone with Dave Moody, and if you are receiving this, please call me back. Thank you. All right, we'll see.
See if he calls back.
All right, and okay. All right, we'll see. All right, and anyway, maybe he'll call me back, and we'd love to hear from him. We'll see. Communication, right? It can be a great thing.
Yeah.
And all right, so we'll see. All right, and we do want to talk about the Daytona 500, and I know a lot of people want to hear about that. Yeah. So racing, we will talk about.
My dad was a huge NASCAR fan, and Daytona 500 for him was like Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, he went every year.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Exactly. So we'll hopefully get in contact with him, and I'm sure, having a race on Sunday, all the behind the scenes, I've never actually, you and I both have done different events, and we know there's always a lot going on. But I'm thinking putting on the Daytona 500.
Oh.
You're kind of busy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot going on, right?
A lot going on.
Yeah, so we'll see if he can get some time for us. But I know his intentions was to be a part of our morning show. So we'll see. All right. Holly, as far as Valentine's Day and keeping love alive, what's your love language like? Do you like gifts? Do you like I don't remember all the different love languages.
I like flowers,
Okay.
but I also like some good candy. And I think my husband and I may be going to Shimps tomorrow, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So I love Shimps, so I'm excited about that.
Is that a restaurant?
It's the candy store that's in Jeffersonville that's been there for like 100 and whatever years, I think.
Yeah.
And I love watching them make their cinnamon red hot candies the best.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. And this time of year they do it in the shape of hearts.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
So it's like a cinnamon, just a hard candy.
But they make all different flavors. Like they make lemon, they make horehound, they make clove, they make fish of all different flavors because they still have the original equipment that makes that they roll the hard candy through. And like I like their chocolate covered peanuts that they make. They just have really good candy.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
It sounds good. Well, good. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, and you kind of got an idea of what you want. That's
cinnamon red hots.
It's funny because I feel like that sometimes, and I don't want to, but sometimes you don't always tell. Men and women are guilty of it to the significant other what you want, and you have something in mind, and you want them to guess, and I think that's setting up for failure.
Yeah.
I think it's better just to tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have any problem with telling.
Well, and he said, my husband said last night,
Or
he's like,
suggesting.
Well, right. He's like, maybe we can go every year and that'll be our new tradition.
Well, there you go.
So,
there you go.
Because that way he can get a little something and I can get a little something and we both get what we like.
There you go.
And we're spending time together, which is what the true value is. So.
Exactly. Right. Well, and then, sometimes your taste changes,
Right.
Some years, this or some years that. And I have changed in the fact that I was always a plant person, which I am a plant person. I love plants. I was not a fan of as much as, I don't get me wrong, I love a flower.
Yeah.
But the fresh cut flowers, I was not as much into them. And now I flip-flopped. Now I love fresh cut flowers.
I love fresh cut flowers. Every week I go over here to Walmart and I buy me 2 bouquets of flowers.
Oh,
and
good.
I keep one in my dining room and I keep one in my bedroom. So I buy fresh flowers every week. I love them.
I love that. Yes, no, I'm a firm believer of that. I think that's fantastic, Holly.
Yeah.
I think it's a great, and it for those. Now years ago I was not that person.
Right.
And then it's fun how you change, and then I realized that really brings me, I have joy in seeing them,
I just think it warms the home.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
But I'm like you, I like real plants also.
Yeah.
And I actually, this week I got...
That's why God gave him 2 hands.
Exactly.
Put a plant in one, flowers, and fresh cut in the other.
That's right. But I bought me some crimson clover and wildflowers this week that I want to plant outside because I want to try to beef up the outside for butterflies and hummingbirds and honeybees and all that. Give them some extra flowers to get their food from.
Oh, that's cool. So you got the seeds? Okay,
Yep.
so I saw the seeds over here. So what are you doing right now with the seeds? Are you going ahead and are you planting them?
No, I'm not going to plant them yet. I'm probably going to wait till probably the end of April, I would say, and because I want to try to grow the wildflowers and stuff on a hillside, close to where my deer feed and all the wild animals that I have around my house feed, and just plant them around there to kind of, I love wildflowers anyway. They're beautiful. And that way it's pretty and it helps the wildlife.
Yeah. One of my daughters did a whole garden of them. And like it was so cool because like just every day she'd go cut new, or every 2 or 3 days she'd just go cut new. And then like when I would come over, not that I wasn't there to visit her, but can I get a few flowers?
Yeah. Mom,
She shared.
In the past few years, Mom planted a wildflower garden. And last year, I remember, because, I spent a lot of time down at our house last year.
Sure.
And I remember every weekend that we would go down there were new wildflowers, different wildflowers. Like, it was like, it changed like every week to week. And it was just beautiful. Yeah. Wildflowers are gorgeous.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are doing that. I think that's, I think it's wonderful. I've seen a lot of, actually, I'm not doing it, but a lot of people going ahead and starting their seeds. For like their, I think it was Bob Holler always used to say like a spring garden, kind of like starting, because like early you plant some of these, like I think it's like some of the different vegetables kind of early.
Right.
And so I remember that some people have already started that, and good for them. And then I saw something where they took a gallon milk jug and cut the top off, and they put the seeds in, and they put it, you put it back on, and I mean, find out
so it's
more.
Like a little greenhouse.
Yeah, and then they put it in the snow, and they said that it would still be fine, and then their little seeds would go to. All right. Okay, call him. Oh, he's on the phone. Okay. Maybe? Okay, no. I don't know. He's not on the phone, no. Oh, there he is. Okay, cue the phone. Hey, Dave, good morning. Dave Moody?
Hi, good morning.
Hey,
Sorry I'm late on you.
No, you are fine. You're perfect on time. We've been talking about love and Valentine's Day, so we had to get all that mushy stuff out, okay?
And now on to me.
Exactly. And, this is the meat of this is what people really want. So, Dave Moody, tell us a little bit, for I do know with MRN, but tell us a little bit about yourself and how long have you been with MRN?
I first auditioned for the Motor Racing Network here at Daytona in 1984. So I've been here a minute. It's like a normal part of my life to show up at this racetrack every year at this time. I've been at it a long, long time.
I love that. Do you remember, do you have a funny story, or how did you audition, or how did they pick Dave Moody's? You've got a beautiful voice, we know that, but what did you have to do?
I was very fortunate. I grew up in Vermont, about 7 or 8 miles from a little short track in the hills of Vermont named Thunder Road that was owned at that time by Ken Squire, who was one of the preeminent motorsports broadcasters of his era or any era. When he started getting busy traveling the world with CBS Sports, he needed somebody to be the PA announcer at his racetrack, and he, for some reason, chose me and taught me the basics of the business. Well, taught me everything about the business. And a few years later, when MRN needed a little extra help, he said, "Well, I've got a kid up here in Vermont that's not terrible. Maybe you should give him a listen." And they brought me down here and gave me an audition. And apparently, I didn't screw it up too badly because I've been here ever since.
Now, what's your what do you degree of the degree of difficulty, because it's such a fast pace, and of course we know rules and changes come up on us. What is your, I guess, the part that you find the hardest in what you do?
Yeah, keeping up with the rules can be a bit of a challenge, and in my job for MRN, just calling the races, I don't have to worry about that. All I have to just do is describe what's happening in front of me. But in addition to that, I do 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, on Sirius XM on their NASCAR channel, where keeping up with the rules sometimes can be a full-time job. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And is there one race that sticks out in your mind that was maybe your favorite race, or do you love them? Have you loved them all?
There have been a lot of really fun moments in my career, but I will say this. Back when I was still announcing back home at some short tracks, one night after the races, a kid walked up and said, "You don't know me. My name is Ricky Craven. I run the number 12 bomber car here at Unity Raceway up in Maine." And he said, "And someday I hope to be good enough to race on your circuit." And a couple of years later, he was racing on our circuit and winning on our circuit. And a couple of years after that, he moved south and won the Busch Grand National Series championship, graduated to the Cup Series, and when he won his first race, I was there to call it. And that was really kind of special.
That's very special, yeah. Talk about talking it out and it coming in to life. That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Yep. No, he knew where he was going. Even back then, he knew where he was going.
He had a good vision. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. That's pretty cool. let's be, and I think it's really amazing how a lot of the drivers are so young and so much, but they really do. It's so family, and it's so you have to give huge respect to this sport, all that goes into it.
It's the longest, other than golf, and in golf, nobody is even remotely expected to play in all the tournaments. They pick and choose. Other than golf, this is the longest professional sports season on the planet. We start, this weekend here at Daytona. Actually, we had an exhibition race last week. We start this weekend officially in Daytona, and we'll race all the way into November when we finish up down in Miami, Florida, with only one weekend off along the way. I equate it sometimes like traveling with the circus. You roll into town, set up the tent, you put on the show, clean up after the elephant, tear it all down, and go to the next town tomorrow. It's not that different from what we do.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a different light to see it in. Well, that was I was going to ask you, kind of tell us, what's the vibe right now? And of course, is it warm there?
It is pretty warm here. It's supposed to be in the mid-60s, upper 60s today, down to the 50s tonight. We'll run the Craftsman Truck Series tonight under the lights at Daytona. It'll be a little nippy because, we're right on the ocean, basically, and you get that damp ocean breeze blowing over you all the time. So 58 degrees feels more like 48 degrees, but we're used to it after all these years. We just layer up, go out there with plenty of jackets on, and we'll be fine.
Right. Well, you're a lot warmer than we are here. So Holly's with me this morning, my co-host. We will come and bring you water, Dave, if you need it. Whatever job you need us to do, okay? I just want you to know we've got our toothbrushes ready. We'll be available if you need us.
Thank you. It's always good to have help on the table. There's no question about that. And, honestly, I was kind of happy to get out of North Carolina because last week we had I got 13 inches of snow at my house in Salisbury, North Carolina. We don't deal with that kind of snow. It was like being back home in Vermont again, and they're still kind of recovering from it. So, it's been cold and snowy and rotten, and I didn't mind a bit coming down here and sitting on the beach.
I bet not. No, working on that vitamin D, tan. Let's go back, Dave. There was a race. They tried okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this was my thoughts. They tried something new, and they tried this race in North Carolina. Was it last week or the week before, right? A couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And they got...
It's supposed to be last Sunday, and we got snowed out all the way until Wednesday.
Yes.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah, and that was crazy because there was there snow, hail, sleet. There was it was very, it was very interesting, actually, to hear what the drivers were calling it, what exactly was going on there.
Yeah, I'm nobody's meteorologist, but I was out in it, and it was about 36 or 37 degrees at best, and at various points we got not enough. We don't race in the snow, but it did spit a little snow here and there. There was some, I don't know what the difference is, the meteorological line between sleet and hail, but I know that we crossed it at some point because it started out with these tiny little ice balls, and by the time it was over, they were quite large ice balls, but we managed to get the race in. It was, it was the kind of thing, it was the fourth biggest snowstorm since records have been kept in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and it was the biggest since 2002. It was far from the normal, but we dealt with it. We found a way.
Yes. Now, how did that work with? How did that work with the drivers? Like as far as their visual, their vision. How did they? Not vision, visual. How did they see?
Well, they don't have windshield wipers for sure.
Exactly.
And it never really came down hard enough to be a problem. It was more like a heavy mist, I guess. Okay. We have in the last few years developed what we call it a wet weather tire. It's not really a rain tire. We don't race in the rain per se, but we can race on a damp track after it has stopped raining. And that was enough to get them through. And quite honestly, they were the most comfortable people in the house, because generally inside those race cars, it's about 40 degrees warmer than the ambient temperature. Now, on a 90-degree day in Talladega, Alabama, that can be really trying and really uncomfortable. But on a 38-degree day in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, they were toasty warm and loving every minute of it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's that's good to know that they were comfortable on that. But so is this something that, because normally, like, okay, when I think of racing, and Holly we talked about how she was talking about how her family, the Daytona 500, that's usually like the official kind of, or maybe official, unofficial kickoff to racing, right? Normally.
Yeah, it really is, and we're a little bit different around here. We play our Super Bowl first, not at the end of the season, but at the beginning of the season. You know, last week at Bowman Gray Stadium was just kind of a warm-up and exhibition, no championship points awarded. Right. This week we're down to it for real, and everybody's dead serious about it. This is our Super Bowl. This is our biggest race of the year. If you ask all of the drivers, every single one of them would say, which race would you like to win most? They all say the Daytona 500. You know, when you win any of the other races, they say, you know, you're the winner of such and such a race. When you win the Daytona 500, for the rest of your career, you're known as a Daytona 500 champion. And it's a very distinctive difference in the verbiage that they use to describe this race.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I agree 100%. And it's very interesting how it is kind of flipped, and it's very good for people to understand that. Something else, you know, we were blessed. We got to go to the Rose Bowl with the Indiana Hoosiers, and they were talking about, you know, how old the Rose Bowl was, and they were talking about how the history of it, like that this was the bowl that everybody, like, and he was talking about from the Midwest, and everybody was like so ready to get warm and come to this, you know, that people bought tickets to this and came to this, even if they didn't necessarily have a team in it. You know what I mean? And do you feel like that with the Daytona 500? Everybody comes to this because we are all ready for outdoor sports. We're ready for that sunshine, like what we talked about. We're ready for the just to get away out of the cooler temperatures and get to Daytona. Do you feel, is that kind of the history of Daytona too on that?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. We are overrun with snowbirds in Daytona Beach every February. People that fight their way down out of New England or Minnesota or Michigan or even Canada to get away from the snow and come down and just kind of bask in the glow of auto racing. They'll have to go back home and go to work and shovel the driveway again next week, but they're here this week. And yeah, this is really a happening. It in many ways, it goes beyond just the race. It's a week of camaraderie and just an opportunity to put the real world behind you for a few days and come down here and just immerse yourself in it.
Right. Well, and it's a nice getaway. And I think, you know, a lot of times, like right now, this is a great time if you can do that, because, you know, it will give you that, you know, yes, you might come back like what you're talking about and have to do some shoveling of snow, but it still gives you that ray of sunshine and gives you that boost and kind of gets you through. Whenever you're shoveling that snow, you still feel a little bit better. It's almost like if you will, like almost like a therapy there to get away for a little bit and to enjoy a fun race, a good race, and also get some of that sunshine.
Maybe that's got something to do why they sell out all 100,000 seats plus every year. That could have something to do with it.
Yeah, that probably does. So, anything new that we need to know? And this is cool. Okay, you are on turns, is it 1 and 2?
Turns 1 and 2, yeah.
1 and 2. Okay, tell me, how is that? And is that because you've been with them for a long time, or did you get to choose what turns you want to be on? And what's the pros and cons? And tell us all, because it's so cool to think about the 2 turns that you are on. It's really cool.
Yeah, I guess I am, after all these years, the senior turn guy. Okay. And you know, it's not that turns 1 and 2 are any more prestigious or any different than the other end of the track in turns 3 and 4. They just stuck me here like 35 or 40 years ago and never saw a reason to move me, I guess. And it's, you know, it's fine. Sometimes the craziness erupts at my end of the racetrack. Sometimes it erupts at the other end of the racetrack. But You know, as I tell my buddies, the race car drivers, I never wish a wreck on anybody, but if you're going to do it over in front of me.
Yeah, I know. My dad would always talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can definitely, I see your point. Yes, but we don't want a wreck, but if it should happen, right? If one should happen. Well, Holly and I are going to get T-shirts and say we support
Turns 1 and 2.
Turns 1 and 2. I can't say it. Yeah, we'll get T-shirts to support you. Okay, Dave.
That's awesome. The humble beginnings after all these years of a fan club. I love it.
There you go. Exactly. Yes. Well, we're going to go get water or whatever you need. You know what I mean? Just because we need some of that sunshine. But going back to that, what do you do to prepare? Because I do want to say that as announcers, you know, with our voices and taking care of our voices, and you know, especially when we use them a lot, what do you do? What do you do to prepare for getting ready for a race?
In terms of tuning up the voice, I really don't have to do much of that. Doing as many on-air hours a week as I have for as many years as I have, I guess it's kind of like lifting weights. I generally don't have any trouble with that. But before every race, and certainly at the start of a season like this, you have to spend a lot of time in the garage because you know, the paint schemes on the cars change from week to week, different sponsors from week to week. There are different drivers driving different cars this year than who finished up last year. So you've got to go in there and you got to beat all that stuff into your brain because, you know, you can have a written roster, you know, of who's who, but if a 14-car pileup breaks out in front of you at 195 miles an hour, you don't have time to be looking down and reading. You've got to know who's who, and you've got to know what's happening. So there's a lot of prep time spent in the garage this week to make sure that we know everybody, you know, just by a quick glance.
I love that. Boy, yeah, you're doing your homework for sure.
Yep, big part of it.
We're going to let you go, but I do want to say some things quickly. Is there something about this race that's unique that maybe a lot of people don't know? I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but or is there something when we're listening to the race, what's something that give us a kind of a food for thought of something maybe?
It is interesting because this style of racing on a big 2.5 mile racetrack, sometimes the best way to win this race is to not run 100% of your capability at all times. You'll see that the vast majority of these drivers sometimes are out there at 80% throttle trying to save fuel because the longer they can go on the racetrack without having to come to pit road and stop, you know, they can change 4 tires and fill the tank with fuel in 9 seconds now, which is pretty phenomenal. But even at that, they don't like to stop for 9 seconds. So they've done the math, and by racing at 85% of their throttle, at a slightly reduced speed, they can actually go further faster than if they go full speed and then have to stop more often. One of the very few races where that's a factor.
That goes back to the story of the tortoise and the hare.
Well, in a weird sort of high horsepower way, yes, that's exactly what it does. Just keep plugging along, and sometimes you'll get there first.
That's a life lesson there, Dave.
I think so, yeah. But, you know, in our world, not running at 100% of your capacity is it's just weird. You know, it's not what we do, but sometimes if that's the best way to win.
That's exactly right. I love that. Yeah, that's good. Well, listen, I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. It's the radio station's birthday. My dad started this station back in 1953. So it's going to be 73 years old tomorrow. So, and we love being a part with you. We love the relationship. We love the friendship. And we love the all about it. And we appreciate you calling in this morning, Dave.
Well, we're awfully happy to have you as a part of our family. It's a great part of the country. A lot of race fans out there. We're happy to have you with us. Hope you enjoy the rest of the week and looking forward to Sunday for sure.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have our ears on, and we're going to be cheering on turns 1 and 2, okay? Listening to you, okay? All right, thanks,
Thank
Dave.
you, ladies.
All right,
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, pretty cool. Holly, I tried to get us there, you know.
You tried.
Maybe he'll text me later and say, hey, you and Holly, come on down.
Got tickets. Let's go.
Let's go, okay? Yeah.
We could find our own way down if we had tickets, right?
Oh, road trip. Holly, that's the best.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
yeah.
it.
We
Yes. Yes.
So the chocolates that Greg and Chris get for us, we'll just take those and go. Thank you.
They are snacks.
They would be so mad at us. We'd be in trouble. Okay?
We would be in trouble.
We'd be in trouble. But no, it's fun, and it's always a fun race, and we're very happy. So that'll be taking place on Sunday. It's very interesting to hear, and he's been with it for a long time.
Long
so
time.
Pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Are they? Have you heard? If I didn't know if it was going to be appropriate to ask or not, but have you heard if they're doing any type of memorial for Greg Biffle for him this weekend?
I don't. I've not heard.
I haven't heard either.
Yeah. Well, I will if I find out. Yeah, definitely. Let me know that. Yeah,
It
definitely.
was such a tragic loss there.
Yeah,
So.
for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, Holly. Here are some. We're going to go ahead and keep love alive here. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Keep love alive.
Cupid shooting that arrow. Okay, we're going to shoot an arrow here. Here are some Valentine gift ideas that you still have time to pull off. So if you haven't, I was talking about Walmart this week. You walk in, and I'm talking about on the grocery side. Of course, there is some on the home and pharmacy side over there to the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
But when you walk in the grocery side, you walk in, and I have never seen so many flowers.
Tons.
You want to talk about your flower garden.
Yeah.
And then
I was there last night, and I wanted one of each.
Well, 100%. And then the smell. Did you? The smell was just like it was just. I just kept walking back and forth.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful.
So nice.
Yeah. So then you go on, and then you go into the sweets. They've got well played, Walmart. Then you can get some sweets, and then right on into the clothing.
That's right.
No, I'm telling you, Holly.
Everything right
follow
there.
The yellow brick road.
That's right. Everything right there.
Yes. It's just like I guess.
It's a great
It's a funny
reminder for
dog.
people so they don't forget.
Exactly.
They have to get something for their sweetheart.
I agree. And one more thing, and I believe in, and because we're all different, and for anybody that once they plant, you can pick out the planter, which they have that wall of planters that I'm just like crazy about. I screamed when I saw that wall. You see that wall?
Yeah.
That wall? Oh my goodness, I love this wall of planters. Well, they have so many different colors, shapes, sizes, and now that's the one that I'm like, I want one of each. And it's funny because we were talking about it. Any one of them, they're all fantastic.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they have these cool planters, and you can pick out the plant, and you can pick out the planter, and they'll put it together for you.
Nice.
Who's
Yes,
going to be a
please.
hero for that? Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's just, and they'll do it for free. They just do it. They put it together. So, love that. So they've kind of got you covered, and then from the sweets to the chocolates, and then they have the coolest, which it was just the coolest. I've never seen anything like this. It was a box of chocolates, and they've got one that's got a dill pickle on it.
Mhm.
It's not chocolates, excuse me. It's gummies. It's gummy bears or gummy pickles maybe. It's gummy different flavors, and then they also have a macaroni and cheese, and they have it's a stuffed macaroni.
Oh.
I've never seen anything like that. You know what I mean?
No.
And I think that's cool because it's like very personal. Like if your significant other loves macaroni and cheese, or your significant other loves pickles. I mean, I just think those are cool. Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Valentine's pickles.
We love macaroni and cheese.
I know. I think it's so cool. It is just. I'm sorry. I just think whoever came up with the idea, well played.
Yes.
Somebody did a good thing.
Do you like? Here's the question though. Do you like more creamy, or do you like the more baked? The creamy is really moist and then you have the baked, which can sometimes be a little bit drier.
Wait,
right?
what are we talking about?
Macaroni and cheese.
Oh, okay.
Macaroni and cheese.
Hang on, whoa. I like whatever's in front of me.
I like both.
Well, and here's what's funny. This is weird to me because again, you know how your body changes because it's not that I've always liked macaroni and cheese, but I've never really been. But now macaroni and cheese, yes.
I think the baked is probably my favorite though because I like that cheese kind of gets brown on the top, so you have a little bit of that, and then the plus the cheeses that you can put in there is just.
Oh, so yeah, I'm with you, Holly.
Yeah.
I was when you were. I don't know what I was thinking over here. I was like, what are we talking about? I'm gonna name drop IU. They're known for this. They have got the best macaroni and cheese.
Really?
Oh, I could founder on it. It's like I don't put anything else on my plate but macaroni and cheese, and then I'm like I'm so full.
Well, it's a meal of its own.
It is. It really
know?
is. They do a topping on it. Yeah.
Yum, yum,
Yeah,
yum.
it's like I don't know who did this, but somebody did something really good. Yeah, and so that's some really good macaroni and cheese. But I'm with you. I don't know. I don't like it too runny, in the fact that it's like, making
My family like it really saucy.
saucy. Yeah, but I like well if the cheese is really good on it. If cheese is staying on it. Yeah.
Right.
But I also don't want it so like thick. But I like cold macaroni and cheese too.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had the cold macaroni and cheese.
Just have it in the refrigerator and take it out with a fork. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I've not.
It's
I've
like
not done
pizza.
that.
Any
I don't
temperature.
like cold pizza though.
Oh, I can eat pizza.
I like cold chicken. I like cold fried chicken.
Me too.
It's
Yeah.
better than warm to me.
I can do all of that too.
Mhm.
But macaroni and cheese, do that, okay? If you should, which normally you don't have leftovers on that, but if there should be an occasion where there's some leftover macaroni and cheese, just take it out of the refrigerator and grab a fork. I promise
And just try it.
you won't go wrong. I'm not gonna steer you wrong, Holly.
No. No, ma'am.
You won't even be upset. Yeah. I like it all. Yeah, I wouldn't whatever's sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy about. All right. Well, here's some ideas you still have time to pull off. Okay. Number 1, a homemade photo box filled with pictures of you and your partner.
Oh.
Which I saw over at Walmart. I saw a lot of people doing homemade photos,
Oh.
getting them, and I love that. And they were getting ready for Valentine's Day, and I thought that's really cool.
That is cool.
Whether you get little frames or whatever you want to do, or I think that's.
You know, I miss making the Valentine boxes with my girls in elementary school.
Yeah.
They were so creative with those. It was so much fun putting those together. I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah.
And then buying little Valentines to give their friends.
And there's so many cute Valentines.
They really are.
Oh.
Like when I was young, you just got a card.
I know.
You got the little card. There was no candy attached to it. There was nothing. And now you can get everything under the sun attached to these little Valentines.
So, and I can remember too having bags, and they would so you'd have bags on. I don't remember how they were stuck to the wall or sitting. Maybe they were sitting like in a line, and then like each individually you got to go up and put your Valentine. And then, like, when you saw someone put it in your bag, I can't wait. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you know how, like, or like if it says, "I'm really digging you, Valentine," then you're wondering, is that really true?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
Or did you just do a massive Valentine's Day? Is
Yeah.
that is this saying true? What you're saying?
I mean, you're in first grade. So, you're young.
Yeah.
I think some of them were the boy crushes, girl crushes. So
Oh,
I think there were special ones given to those special people.
Yeah.
Back in those days.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so cute. Yeah, we've
They
come
are.
a long way on this. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Long way.
Long way,
I mean,
baby.
you can get any kind of Valentine now.
Oh, now this is a cool one we got, where you take the Valentine, and you write. It's got this special ink like that you can't see.
Mhm.
Now hang on, this comes in a pack, so everybody's gonna get one. So you write the message, and then you have to have a special light that comes with it, and it shines on there the message.
Like secret decoder rings.
Yes, exactly. Like on the back of, remember on comic books?
Yes.
You too could have a secret.
Yes. Cereal boxes. Remember when cereal boxes
yeah,
used to have all that
I
fun
do.
stuff?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Oh, I would
I
buy the boxes for the
Just
toys.
for the toys.
Yeah.
Same thing with Cracker Jacks.
Oh,
I just wanted the toy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Cracker Jacks were great too, but
Yeah.
I just wanted the prize.
Want the prize? Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always exciting
Mhm.
for sure. Yeah. No, I thought that was really cool. They've come a long way.
That is cool. They
There's-
really have.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of cool things. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So anyway, so you can do pictures. Okay, you got time to do that. Number 2, a scratch off card with prizes like one free back massage. I'm all for that.
Mhm.
Apparently, it's pretty easy to do. You just mix 2 parts acrylic paint and 1 part dish soap to create a scratchable coating. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Well, that's cool. You could make your own. I like that homemade item.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Or yeah, that's.
And what do you mix together?
Okay, apparently it's pretty easy to do, it says. You just mix 2 parts acrylic paint
Okay.
and 1 part dish soap to create a scratchable coating.
That is so interesting.
That's easy.
I'm going to want to try it now.
Yeah. And make sure you write on there a free back massage and foot massage, right?
That's right.
Yeah, all of the above.
All the above.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Number 3, pasta that has been rolled into the shape of a rose. This is probably not the best one to attempt if you have 0 kitchen skills.
Oh.
The part pasta. Okay, here's the thing about pasta, or I think you don't want it to get pasta can get sticky or get right. It can get a different texture. So I think you have to really be on your game or really practice this if you're gonna roll it up in a rose.
Yes.
Although I think it'd be really pretty.
I think it would be pretty.
I could see you doing something like that. I wonder, like, if you took hang on, let's do this. Let's take lasagna, and instead of like all of the stuff that you put in lasagna, you just put it in the middle, and then you roll it up like a rose.
That would be cool.
Now that would be, and then like put like red sauce all over it, right?
Yes.
Now that would be.
That would be really neat.
You know, if you could.
I'm sitting here like picturing it.
Yeah, it'd be.
Or you could do the lasagna noodles, like you could make the bed of the sauce and then put the lasagna roses down, and then in between the roses you could use like your ricotta cheeses or whatever, and then top it off with some more sauce. Wouldn't that be pretty?
Yes. Or what's those big noodles? They look like almost like a seashell.
The jumbo.
Okay.
The jumbo. Yeah. The jumbo noodles. Yeah.
I
they
don't
look
know
like
what
a seashell.
Yeah. And so what if you filled that up?
Jumbo shells. Isn't that what they're called? Jumbo shells?
I
don't know.
It works for me. I know what you're talking about.
Because you can stuff those up too.
Yeah, you can stuff those. Hang on, and then listen to this. And let's say that you put like 12 in a line, kind of made like almost like a horseshoe, and then you took like celery or something to make a stem, and then you put like a little bit of red sauce on them, like roses, and then wouldn't that be pretty? Like almost like a flower.
That would be. Well, and there's also
or broccoli. You could do. Well, hang on. What would be all or asparagus?
Yeah.
You could do asparagus, like it look like a stem.
There's also like those Italian meats that you could also make into a rose, and put it in there and bake it with there, and they get like little crispy edges on them. That might be pretty good too.
Tempt me with a crispy edge.
They're yummy, like a pizza. The crispy pepperonis, the ones that cup up and the edges get crispy, are my absolute favorites.
Cup up.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's exactly. They're reaching for you, Holly. That's what they're doing. They're trying to hug you.
I want you to eat me.
Right here. We're here.
Yeah.
All right, pasta. Okay, rolled in the shape of a rose. Okay, there you go. Ooh, I can do this. A movie night basket filled with things like popcorn, candy, and a bottle of wine.
Now that would be a nice gift.
That's fun.
Yes.
And I love popcorn and candy.
I seen.
Ooh, what would be your candy choice? Okay, so Holly, let's make a basket. Okay, we got the popcorn. Are you want butter popcorn?
Oh, I want like ultimate theater buttered popcorn, as much as you can get, and then add some more. That's what I want.
Okay.
So yes, buttered popcorn,
I get it.
please.
Okay, all right. Okay, yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right, and what kind of candy are you gonna have?
Milk duds or Twizzlers.
This is why we are besties. Because for whatever, okay, let me just real quick on a side note, I love a good peanut M&M.
Yes.
That's my kryptonite.
Yes.
But when it comes to popcorn, I love Milk Duds. The Milk Duds, what is it about it?
There's something about it.
With the popcorn?
Or sometimes Reese's Pieces, too.
I've done that. Absolutely. Yeah.
I seen on.
I don't even care what movie's on.
No, it's just all about that. I seen this lady. She made like little snack baskets for each of her kids, and they were like the little totes that had the handle, and then they got like the 2 sides on each. So she took those and she like made them. They were having movie night, and so she made each child an individual movie night tote, and it had the popcorn and the candy and their drink in it. So then all they had to do was carry it into their little seat, and they had their own. I thought that was such a cute little idea too.
Beautiful idea. Yeah. Now,
that way the kids aren't fighting over it.
We don't want any fighting.
No fighting.
No fighting. Because we're watching a movie.
Exactly.
We don't want fighting. And it's Valentine's Day.
That's right. It's all about love.
Yeah, love. Our new sponsor, Totally Baked Sweets, they're doing those boxes which would be fun.
Yes.
That would be really fun. And
Yes.
I kind of want to. I don't remember. Help me out on that. I think like the main one, it's got like our cheesecakes and stuff like that. And then the one for the man has, remember, jerky and beef jerky. And then the children's have more of
more
your
like cookies and stuff, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah. So now that would be fun too, to get like a love box.
I'd probably want the little kids ones though, with the cookies in it.
I want all three.
All the above. All of the above, please.
Goldilocks wants daddy bears, mommy bears, and baby bears. Yeah, I want to sample all three.
Call it a family box.
That's exactly right. That's
So you have
shareable.
the female, the male, the kids, and then the family.
Well, if you what I would just do is just put them up, just open them up and set them out, and everybody just graze, like the grazing boxes, like those.
Love grazing boxes.
Get out. I know. Yeah.
Well, and I know they've been also doing like their chocolate covered strawberries and things like that too. So yeah,
that's love. Now that's romantic, right?
Yes.
Chocolate covered strawberries.
Yes.
Those are so good. And when you get the good strawberries, and it just makes the world of difference. The strawberries are one of my favorite fruits. Yeah. Strawberries and then probably peaches are my top two fruits. And peaches have to be in
season.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're so good.
Oh, when they're good, they
when they're good, they're good.
The
Yes, they do.
And so do strawberries. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. Sounds good to me.
We're only like 3 months away till strawberry season around here.
I know. All right. Okay. Ooh, here we go. A Valentine's Day themed charcuterie board. Instead of meats and cheeses, use chocolates and candy.
Yes.
But I think it's so funny. We were talking about, you go back and like years ago, Lunchables were like the new, like years ago they were like the
charcuterie boards. Yeah.
Right, yeah, of today. And it's funny how they've come a long way, baby.
Yeah. But
I love it. I think the cheeses are so beautiful. And I'm a huge believer in there is a I want everybody to know this. It's a goat cheese, but it's got
with the blueberry on the outside. Speak no more. It's the best.
So the very first time I ever had, it was somebody had made a charcuterie board, and I took a bite of that, and I'm like, who did this, and where did this come from? I have to know the secret. And they were like, it's right over there, and yeah, I think those are so beautiful, and I like that salty and sweet, kind of like that. So I think that mix them.
And I like having mixed nuts on the charcuterie boards too. Yeah. Because you want a little bit of that salty with your sweets and.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's talking about like, and I do love chocolates and candy. I think that's good. And and don't even tease me with anything caramel, right?
Oh, right. Yes.
Yes. And the crowd said yes. I think that's all good, but I think also having that little bit of a sweet or the salty too is good too.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna be mad at any of that.
Now I'm kind of wanting a movie charcuterie board.
Well, you could do that. You could have your charcuterie board, or go get those get those boxes, and you could still do a movie night. Because you still eat, and then isn't it funny how like you go out to eat, like you think about like a date, you go out to eat, and you eat a nice big meal usually, and then you go to the movies and you still say yes to popcorn.
Still want the
still want popcorn. Isn't that funny how like you're full, you're not hungry, but then they say, do you want popcorn?
Yes, please.
Yes.
You gotta have popcorn and a drink and a box of candy.
I know, there's always room for that, Holly.
We usually end up taking our leftovers home because like we get it because it's the movies, but we're not hungry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Makes no sense to even get it.
Yeah. But again, if you are lucky enough to have some leftover popcorn the next day, it's a solid. It's good. I'm sorry. Good. That stuff stays. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So, fun times for sure.
Yes.
Well, Holly, we got to get out of here, but I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Holly, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day and happy WSLM birthday.
Yay! Thank you for that. A little bit of a reminder, tomorrow morning, we'd love for anyone that would love to give. We'll be there from 9 to noon, and we're going to cram the van, and we appreciate anybody that could give. I know the food bank, some of their needs are, they're needing like canned tomatoes, green beans, corn, oil. Those are just some of their different needs. They'll take, they'll be happy with any of it, but those are, if you've not done any shopping yet and you want to go get some stuff, we'd be very grateful for that. And I said, I hope it's so packed.
Oh, yeah.
That the mayor has to drive it down to the food bank and he's sitting on a can of corn.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Someone said make it flour so that it would be when he gets up he'll have flour. Whatever. I hope there's just a little bit of space.
So
for
he's
the
leaving
driver.
flour footprints as he walks.
There
along.
you go. Yeah, because you know how flour always kind of
Yes.
filled out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I hope it's just so packed that there's only room for one in there and that he can just take it on down. I hope that, and of course, it's a win for the community. You
Absolutely.
know? And what a great way to show love.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll be there. We'll be smiling, excited. So hope we pray the weather cooperates.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
what a great way to celebrate WSLM's 73rd birthday. So, and we'd love for people just to stop by and say hi.
Absolutely.
All right, wonderful. We'll be right there at Walmart this coming Saturday. All right, let's thank our sponsors, Holly.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Lee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, McAllister Land Consulting, Springer and Springer Insurance, Schneck Hospital, and Temple & Temple. Thanks to our great sponsors.
All right, wonderful. Let's have the best, Friday ever, all right?
Yay!
All right, thanks, Holly.
Looking for the perfect Valentine's gift? Skip the flowers, go Totally Baked. Totally Baked Sweets in Salem has cookies, brownies, cupcakes, and new Valentine treats coming soon. Open 7 to 5 weekdays, 8 to 1 on Saturdays, and closed on Sundays. Find them at 1305 West Mulberry Street right here in Salem. Or call 812-844-2831. Totally Baked Sweets, Salem's sweetest stop.
This is Connie Ray from Outside the Walls, and once again, we're here to tell you all about our Love Dinner for this year. It's our annual fundraiser. This is our 5th one, and we're excited to invite you to a dinner. It is going to be on Valentine's Day, so bring your sweetheart and join us for a wonderful lasagna dinner. It is free of charge, and we will serve you. We will have a silent auction and a dessert auction. We would love for you to come and be a part of it. It's going to be on February 14th at Southern Hills Church at 5 p.m. You can RSVP to 812-967-9255.
Hi, this is Becky White with Wslm. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones GM City showroom. Let's check in with Caleb Perkiser.
February is all about love, and at John Jones Auto Group, we think you should love what you drive. If your current vehicle is feeling a little worn out, maybe it's time for a fresh start. Right now, you can take advantage of the Love Your Ride sales event with options for every lifestyle and budget. And with Valentine's Day right around the corner, why not surprise someone special with something that lasts longer than candy and roses? From dependable family vehicles to sleek rides made for date night, our team is here to help you find the perfect match without the pressure. So, stop by today or shop online and see why so many drivers choose John Jones Auto Group. Love your drive, love your deal, love where you buy. John Jones Auto Group, you see so many because they paid so little.